What's up, fam? If you're new here, I've been blessed enough to have success as an entrepreneur, have success as a business owner, play sports, play college football, but most importantly, I wanted to talk about the fear part of this stuff, man. Being able to overcome your fears, be able to take control of your life. I'm not an expert, I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm blessed enough to say I've been successful. I'm happy, I'm grateful for the things I've been able to do, the things I've been able to accomplish. And I want to share that with you guys because at the end of the day, the reality is knowledge is power, but experience is life's best teacher, right? So the most knowledge I've gotten is all from my personal experience. Obviously, reading and stuff like that, that's all great, but there's no better teacher than life. And the things that I'm telling you guys is stuff that I would like to look back on and I would like to give to the younger generation. But most importantly, it's all stuff that I would love to have known or even thought about when I was 21, when I was 22. You'd be surprised the difference that 3, 4, 5 years makes when it comes to growing and being on this journey to trying to get to a level of success that you can take care of yourself and take care of the people around you. So I wanted to talk about how to overcome fear and really take control of your life because I took a big leap, I took a big risk when I was 20 years old, when I had just freshly turned 20, to go ahead and move from New York and move to Miami, Florida. And truthfully, I moved over here on my last dollar, right? My last dollar. I had stacked up like around $10,000. And for me to move in and really get everything done as far as the fees and everything like that, I pretty much used every single one of those $10,000. And the reality is I left school, I left playing football, I left all of that behind. I dropped out of college and took this route instead. And the reality is I did it because I didn't feel happy in school. I didn't feel happy and fulfilled playing sports anymore. And I felt I needed something new. And the crazy part is I knew that I was gonna have to do something major, because going back home and being in the city and being right back on the block wasn't going to be what I wanted to do, right? I knew obviously I would, something positive. I wasn't a dumbass, but, taking a risk was the only option I felt in my mind was going to be something that was beneficial for me long term, you feel me? So, ended up taking all my money, moving 2,000 miles away and starting all over. And my whole entire life I had played sports. That was my whole life. Since 5 years old, baseball, football, every step of the way, that's all I was doing. That's what I was doing almost the whole year, working out for that, staying in shape for that, being focused on that. And, what I ended up learning in that process is simply like, if you don't take the risk, you're going to be part of somebody else's risk. I never had doubt in my mind that I was going to make it work. But I did have some doubts with, did I make the right decision? Did I leave sports too early? Like, did I stop too soon? That was one of my biggest concerns. Truthfully, truth be told, I didn't really care too much about the new environment. I cared more so about being away from my family. My friends still playing football, still playing sports, and chasing a dream. But I just felt God had other plans for me, truthfully. And I think that when you get that feeling where what you're currently doing no longer serves you or it's not making you happy, you don't feel passionate about it, you gotta make a pivot, bro. You gotta change. You gotta switch something up, because if not, you're gonna stay stuck in that loop of disappointment and unhappiness and, not feeling fulfilled. And I didn't want to feel like that no more. So when I left, yeah, I did feel like a part of me died and I was kind of lost, but I did feel like I made the right decision because I put myself in an uncomfortable position so I could put myself in a new position in general, right? So, you get in a position where you feel like there's an opportunity that arises or there's a chance to do something new. Whatever it may be, whether it's a job, a career, whatever opportunity it is, bro, you have to realize that at the end of the day, if you don't try, you don't know, right? So you already know that what you're doing right now has you where you at, right? Or you're feeling unfulfilled, you're feeling sad, whatever the case, you know that what you're doing has you feeling that way. So if you know that there's an opportunity that's coming or there's a chance for you to try something new, that's gonna potentially give you a new result. Worst case scenario is it makes you feel exactly how you're feeling right now, which is unfulfilled and like it's not for you, and that's okay. Then you realize, okay, it's not for me, at least I tried. Because now, if you do something different, you do something new, you open the possibility of something changing your whole entire situation, bro. And too many people are thinking too much about the what ifs and the negative side of the what ifs, right? I don't understand why naturally people think, what if it doesn't work? I mean, I get it. It's a natural human emotion, natural human thing to, be scared of the things on the other side of the unknown, right? I get it. But why is it naturally that you want to say, what if it doesn't work? What if this happens? And all negative things. Not what if I go out there and make this much money? What if I go out there and meet the love of my life? What if I go out there, right? Like, my mindset when I was moving was, what if I miss these things? But I know that what I'm gonna get out of this moving forward is gonna be so much better than what I'm doing right now and how I'm living right now, you know? That changed everything for me because my whole mindset was like overcoming the situation I was in currently, not going to another situation and failing. It was more about, I know this is gonna work because I'm gonna make it work. Yes, I'm a little bit scared of the financial instability and things like that, but I'm gonna figure it out because I'm gonna put myself in a position where I have no choice but to make it work. You feel me? A lot of y'all just talking about the negatives when it comes to these new opportunities instead of focusing on what the positive outcomes can be for you, bro. And you gotta stop operating like that. You gotta be in a position where you realize that God puts things in your position, in your path, to give you the opportunity to learn about yourself, right? To give you the opportunity to grow and see who you truly are in moments of uncertainty. The best parts of you are gonna come out. Parts of you that you didn't even know you had are gonna come out because you have no choice, right? But if you stay in a place of complacency, bro, and just comfortability, you're gonna stay there forever. So when I saw the opportunity come up and I saw the opportunity to move and relocate and grow, I jumped at it because, yeah, although I spent all my money and blah, blah, it put me in a position where I had to use my skills that I had to the best of my ability to make sure I maintain and I grow and I can elevate from where I was at, right? Like, you gotta take those steps, bro. You gotta take those steps. Like, the big thing that you can do is, number one, study the people that have taken those risks. Look at the Elon Musk, look at Elon Musk story, putting up the whole 200, 300 million to invest into the next move, sleeping on his broke couch. Most people's not doing that. You get the 200 million, they're like, yo, I'm good, I'm set. Everybody's goals is different. He said, yo, I got 200 M, 300 M, I'm putting the whole thing back in this because I need $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? It's different types of individuals and different types of mentalities that are gonna be the difference maker between 200 million and $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of mentality, you know? Like, even me, right? When I came out here, I didn't really understand how a business even worked. But I spent all my time doing a business I was already part of, right? I was an affiliate for a company that was like an e-learning platform where they taught different things, and you know, as a partner, you get a commission, right? Cool. That made me a ton of money, over 6 figures just off of that alone. The first 6 figures I ever made in my life, and that opened doors for me to make that multiple times, right? Because once I did it, I understood the concepts. I met a lot of people, and I was able to take those concepts and apply them to other things and generate income as well, social media and things like that, right? So it changed a lot for me, but I spent all my time studying and learning how to become better at the skills that I had and the skills that I didn't have. I spent time developing those things and practicing those things, right? Whether that was sales, public speaking, content creation, marketing, whatever it was, I spent my time on that. I wasn't just sitting around watching Netflix. I wasn't just sitting around playing 2K. I wasn't doing that. I'm gonna be honest, my first 3-4 years here, I didn't even touch my system. I didn't touch my Xbox. I didn't touch that shit because that's not like, I got rent due, right? I got rent due. I'm not going to my mom's. I'm not trying to ask my pops. I'm not trying to ask my family for money to hold me down with rent. No, I made the decision to do something different. I can't put that burden on other people. So I had to focus in on the things that was gonna make me income, the things that was gonna make me a better individual that can generate more bread, right? You feel me? It comes down to that. Am I the type of person who can make the type of money that I dream about? Because a lot of people talk about millions and this, and now I'm gonna get this bag and I'm gonna do, but you're not the individual who can acquire that type of money. You don't have the mentality, you don't have the skill set. So what did I focus on? I focused on those things. How can I obtain those skill sets? Studying all day, YouTube, books, whatever it is, asking questions to other people, connecting with more successful people, asking questions, seeing their process, doing all of that so that I can get closer to making the money I wanna make. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta realize, if you don't challenge yourself to do anything different or to put yourself in a position where you know you can possibly fail, you're never gonna grow. Never gonna grow. And those are the hardships, those are the moments where you learn the most about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You learn the most about yourself in those moments of, you know, of trouble, in those moments of chaos, in those moments of, you know, that you have to persevere. You have to show yourself that you're built for the life that you want, because that life doesn't come without struggle. That life doesn't come without obstacles. That life does not come easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? I'm sure you heard that term before, you know? So what I was doing at 20 was very different than what all my 20-year-old friends was doing, right? And I had to equip myself with the skill sets to survive and be able to thrive through being in that position as a 20-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back, 26, about to be 27, I'm grateful for all the positions that God has put me in to learn more about myself and more about the world. You have to be open to those positions though, right? Because if you block them and say, no, I'm good, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna just take the safe route every time, you're not allowing God to put you in those positions to learn about yourself, because you're just staying who you currently are, because that's the position you're in. You don't want to change, right? New environments, new situations, new opportunities all put you in a position to learn and grow. And that's the most important thing, man. Like, you have to be one that says, if everybody's saying they're not doing something because they don't like the risk, they don't like the potential of failure, you have to be the one that takes that risk to see. Because now, if you succeed, guess what? It's going to benefit you. And just because it works for you doesn't mean it's going to work for the next person either, right? That's another huge thing. I wasn't worried about what the next person was doing. I was worried about what I was able to create for myself and how I could give back to others in the process, and then how I could give value to people who had something to give me. I wasn't just out here looking for handouts. I wasn't out here looking for free information. If I had to pay, I paid. If I had to pay for a ticket to go into an event, I would pay. I wasn't looking for handouts, right? If I knew somebody had something to offer me, some information that could help me, how could I bring value to their table? Could I help them with their business? If they was doing something that, required 2 people for their company or their business, how can I get involved to help you? How can I use my manpower, my labor, whatever it is? How can I help you? How can I serve you, right? And that's what I operated off of. I didn't just look for handouts. I didn't just think I was entitled to shit because people were my friends or I thought we had a good relationship. No, if I gotta pay, I pay. I gotta support your business, I support your business. Whatever I have to do to gain value, I'll do it. Right? So, of course, no Diddy, of course, right? We ain't on that. But however I could give value to the situation, to the business, whatever the case is, I'm more than happy to do that, because I understand that in order to receive value, you have to have some value yourself. A lot of people come to the table with nothing, but they want stuff off the table. They want something from somebody, but they have nothing to offer. You have to become somebody who has something to offer. So when you take these risks, you know that you have something to fall back on, a skill set, something that you can utilize to get your foot in the door, right? It's a simple concept. So when it comes to taking this leap of faith into yourself, into an opportunity, into a new place in the world, a new place in your life, you gotta trust yourself, bro. And you gotta trust that you will do what it takes to get to where you're trying to go. Most importantly, study. Take the time out to connect with people who like-minded, who have skill sets, who have the right mindset. Be around the right people. And if you're by yourself, become the right person, because then you'll attract the right people. Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I know, but I don't got nobody like that around me. And okay, cool, no problem. Become that person. You'll see how you attract those people. You'll find those people. Those people will find you when you're the person that they want to be around, right? When you're the right person. Don't just blame it on your environment. Figure out how you can become a person who can fit into different environments. Because, of course, not all of us come from a place where we in a good environment from the jump. Sometimes we gotta go elsewhere, but we have to be a good fit to get into those certain rooms as well. We have to be a person of value. We have to be a person of substance, right? And if not, it's gonna take you a lot longer, and it may never happen. So study, man. Study the rules and stay connected, If you get value from me, if I want to continue to put information out that I feel like help me and, share my mentality, share what I got going on, I would love to help whoever I can. So if you have questions and things like that, comments, follow me on Instagram, whatever the case is, let's stay connected, because at the end of the day, we all we got, right? So if you find somebody like myself that, has, some success, I'm not where I want to be at all. I'm not an expert. I'm not a guru. I'm just sharing what I've learned and what's helped me in my journey so far with you. Because I understand that where you're at in your life and where you're at in your situation, I wish I had somebody like me telling me at 16, at 17, at 20, certain things, or giving me access to certain things and certain knowledge or certain people so that I could see results faster. So I'm just wanting to give back to you guys and share what I've learned and what I think and how I operate on a day-to-day, so that you guys can take it and utilize it earlier on in your journey than I had it. So I appreciate you. If you got value, if you're getting value, if you see anything in this that you have questions about, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments, like, subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm going to be putting out information, putting out different types of things, day-to-day stuff and all of that. But most importantly, I want to put you guys first and help you get to where you're trying to go. At the end of the day, you came to YouTube, you came to this platform to learn something. Whatever it may be, whatever it is that you're seeking. I just hope that I can provide it for you. Talk to you guys soon.